3A East matchup between James Monroe and Hopewell. James Monroe jumps out to a quick lead. Justin, you were at this game. Jackets just were not able to hold on.
Yeah, the JM Matt Felton returns a punt 67 yards in the first half, and it makes it 24-7. JM looks in control. I turned to the Richmond Times dispatch guy that's sitting next to me. I said, I thought we were going to have a good game. It looked like it was going to be all JM. And Hopewell just sort of stuck with what they were doing, didn't make really mistakes. Their quarterback was, I think Cameron Hill was, I think he was the best player on the field on Saturday. He was elusive. He maybe not real good arm strength, but accurate. They had a bunch of good receivers, and they just sort of whittled around, and James Monroe made some mistakes in the second half. And I think turnovers and things, and maybe some missed tackles and some missed chances. And Hopewell comes all the way back and takes the lead and wins the game.
DJ Weldon with 100 yards rushing, AJ Felton 213 yards passing and 2 scores, also 47 yards rushing. That was on 20 carries though. But yeah, some timely turnovers, some costly mistakes.
Yeah, the turnovers, and
this is a young team though.
It always sounds like here we're going to talk about AJ Felton throwing interceptions. We're not talking about AJ Felton throwing interceptions. We're talking about the James Monroe offense throwing interceptions. And in this case, early or late in the first half, they're driving down. They reach the 15. They hand the ball to Weldon, and he fumbles. They're going in there, and it could have very well been 31-7. Instead, Hopewell actually gets the ball back and scores before the half, and it's 24-14.
Much different complexion of that game.
Yeah, exactly. And then in the second half, Hopewell has come back and tied the game, and James Monroe is driving. And Felton makes 2 throws that I'm sure now he wishes he could have back. I think we're talking about a 15-year-old, a sophomore. Yeah. And some of those things are going to happen. JM could not overcome those mistakes and lots of other things. Of course, interceptions always stand out in your mind, but there's lots and lots of errors, tackles, certainly chances where they got to Hill on the pass rush and couldn't get him down, and then he makes a play. And the JM secondary, I thought they had a less than successful day stopping the assortment of receivers that Hopewell threw out there. The Jackets are certainly going to look at this one as one they could have won. And I think just like last year when they lost to Magna Vista in the semifinals, that's a game that they'll probably look at and go, we should have won that game. I think this is a game James Monroe looks at and goes, we maybe should have won that game.
I think the quote that you had in your article from Coach Survey was that they just didn't get it done. I think that was what Coach Survey said. But this is a young team. I mean, it seems like it's you could just file away this headline and use it several years in a row. James Monroe overachieves, at least in terms of the perception early in the season. And I'll say maybe it's just my perception, but I think that I'm probably in the majority here. JM has a way of maybe it's Coach Survey has a way of getting the most he can out of the talent of the kids and the team. And this is a young team.
Yeah, and this past year it was all about replacing Jay Scroggins, the quarterback, and what they were going to do without Jay. He was 90% of their offense. They didn't have much of a running game. How they're going to pull that off. And man, AJ Felton just had such a great year. The way he got it done with his feet and his legs. They first put him back there, and I'm thinking this is just a JM athlete who can throw a little bit. No, he's got a really good release. He throws a real nice ball. He's a quarterback. Just a sophomore this year. Going to have 2 more cracks here at the state tournament. Their JV team coming off. Their JV kids. One of their assistant coaches pointed out to me Saturday. They got JV kids who haven't lost a game in 2 years. Those kids are going to come up and join the varsity. Got a lot to replace on the offensive line. Got to find another running back. Weldon, of course, is a senior this year, but. I think JM built around Felton got a real good chance to be real successful the next 2 seasons.
Yeah. Another team that future looks bright, and certainly having Coach Survey at the helm improves your odds, I think, as well. So,
I think so.
Congratulations to James Monroe. They do fall to Hopewell 38-31.